Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lara Satyasmin Chanaya. I'm from International Relations class, and today I'm gonna deliver a speech about the Myanmar cope and the role of ASEAN for the negotiation and diplomatic assignments. As we all know that the Myanmar conflict is not a new issue because the Myanmar military coup has been in Myanmar for such a long time ago. But in 2021, the Myanmar coup has happening again, and it's not an easy thing for Myanmar. And since 1962, the military coup has taken over the control of the government, of the civilian government. This was happened because the civilian government has considered fail to settle down the domestic affairs in Myanmar, and in 1962 was the beginning of the collapse of democracy in Myanmar, because since then until 1988 the military forces has taken control of the country, and during that time, during the rule of the military, Myanmar only recognized one political parties that well known as the Burmese Socialist Program parties. The political party was formed by the people who are more into socialist ideology, and most of the members came from the military itself. Then in 1988, the people of Myanmar fight against the military power, and this rebellion is known as the 888 uprising, and this rebellion was mostly followed by the students, the peoples, the monks, and the activists. But the rebellion was oppressed by the military violence that caused many victims found. And this rebellion is one of the worst rebellion that has happened in Myanmar. Even the rebellion violence happened, it does not reduce the fear of the people of Myanmar to taking control of the country again. It was proven by the successful of the Myanmar people to taking control of the Myanmar at that time. And then Myanmar held a selection that won by the Aung San Suu Kyi from the National League or the Democratic parties. But the military didn't want to admit the victory of the Aung San Suu Kyi. Even the election results were cancelled by General Than Shwe. This shows how strong and powerful the military forces are to taking control of the country. Although the military has been in power for a quite while, the authoritarian action carried out by the Myanmar's military cannot be avoided, because even the victims was from the Myanmar civilian themselves. The rebellion is still happening in Myanmar until today. Even though the operation action done by the military forces, this caused many victims, the operation action is still happening until now. And on February 1, 2021, the Myanmar military successfully carried out a coup against the civil government. This was happened because the rumors that the election between the national parties and the military parties are already set up to win Aung San Suu Kyi again. And because of that, the military of Myanmar demanding a revote, and the result of the election was considered as a cheating. This factor caused a coup carried out by the Myanmar military, and because of the coup, the military forces already arrested the previous leader of the country, such as the state advisor Aung San Suu Kyi and the president Win Myint, as well as a number of the figures of the National League parties for the democracy. This coup was condemned by the people of Myanmar. Even the people of Myanmar have already carried out a protest up to the point that it caused many victims fell. Not just that, the coup carried out by the Myanmar military has been criticized by the international organization as well as by the international community. Because of these issues, many people want ASEAN to take a movement before it takes more people to be victims. And ASEAN, as the important organization in international in Southeast Asia, already came up with a solution. One of the solution from the ASEAN is to help a Asian Regional Forum. Although we can say that ARF is completely successful to solve the problem, but the ARF is successfully built a sense of trust between other countries. And also ASEAN will open up access to health and humanitarian assistance, which will coordinate by the Secretary General of ASEAN. Furthermore, the summit meeting in Jakarta in 2021 has been produced a 5-point consensus, which hopefully will help the tension happen in Myanmar. This is a positive effort from the ASEAN to finding a peace solution for the people of Myanmar on the situation in Myanmar. The leaders reached consensus on the following. First, there shall be immediate cessation of violence in Myanmar, and all the parties shall exercise utmost restraint. Second, the constructive dialogue among all parties concerned shall commit to seek a peaceful solution in the interest of the people. Third, a special envoy of the ASEAN chair shall facilitate mediation of the dialogue process with the assistance of the Secretary General of the ASEAN. Fourth, ASEAN shall provide humanitarian assistance through the AHA Center. Fifth, the special envoy and the delegation shall visit Myanmar and meet with all the parties concerned. And this is the end of the speech. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.